The image of his best friend shifted from couch and cat and herbal tea to bed and a box of dildos. Charming, Thomas said, and they laughed again. Dana kept him from going morbid. As much now as when the two had met nearly 20 years ago, in Berkeley, at Cal, during grad school. Speaking of cute and butch, how's our Max? Dana asked. Is your nephew gay yet? Not yet, but there's progress, Thomas said, making his way back to the kitchen, turning on the light. He's the public defender of same-sex marriage in Colorado Springs. Quite the little activist. Good, Dana said. We need him. It makes me nervous. He's dealing with his classmates whose parents are involved in those weird megachurches, and he's the only black kid in his class. Thomas lidded the plastic containers of chili, now just a bit warmer than room temperature. They should move to Portland. Max should go to Country Day, Dana said. Totally, Thomas said. Even with Mercy's recruiting efforts, Country Day had a smaller percentage of black students than Max's school. He closed the refrigerator door and headed to his office. Jake and Cherie worry, and who would blame them? No one. Aren't the Springs the headquarters for Focus on the Family or whatever it's called? And don't they have an active chapter of the KKK there, Dana asked. Yes, on the first. Not sure on the second, Thomas said. But he remembered the first time he had taken Max to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. A mom, feeding the giraffes, looked at Thomas, holding his 4-year-old Max. She called him an N-lover, actually used the N-word. The giraffe's giant black tongue grabbed the cracker the woman had balanced on her open palm. Then her pink-faced daughter said the word again, pointing at Max. Before mother and daughter joined hands, turned and walked toward the elephants, leaving Max and Thomas and the giraffe silent, blinking. By the time he had collected his wits and recovered from shock, it was too late. His fury turned to guilt for not defending his nephew, too stunned to talk back to the woman. When he returned home, he immediately reported it to Jake, who said, "What kind of bubble do you live in that you're so shocked? Shit like that happens all the time." Cherie looked at Jake and laughed at Thomas's naivete. "This here," Cherie said, grabbing Max, pointing to Thomas and Jake, "it's whiteness. We don't have that."